to the third episode of this year's season of The Towers Tonight Show, Bishop's #1 broadcast. If you haven't already heard of us, The Tonight Show is a place that brings you all the updates on all the happenings on campus and implements our founding mission of telling stories that matter.
It's been a bit, and we hope you are having a great fall. What do you like to do during the fall?
I love to stay at home and bake, watch some nice fall movies.
I love watching Gilmore Girls. I'm really into that. Well, I'm Ben Brown.
I'm Summer Who, and The Tonight Show starts
right now.
In this episode, our staff covers 3 main stories: a behind-the-scenes look into the fall play, a spotlight on 3 new clubs on campus, and a look into library culture at Bishop's, from the ground level all the way up to the silent study.
Also, in the campus corner, reporter Nirvana Shiwmangal gives you all the most important upcoming events as the second quarter gets up and running. But first, here's an update from all our sports teams. On the girls' side, girls field hockey has made their mark as a dominant team not only in San Diego, but in California and the nation. At 17-1, the Lady Knights are the #1 field hockey team west of the Mississippi and top 10 in the nation, according to MaxPreps ratings. With only 1 loss in league and over 20 wins overall, girls volleyball sits second place in Coastal League and is doing quite strong themselves. Lastly, co-ed cross country is running faster than ever, with junior Ayana Hickey being profiled in a local paper as she continues her record-breaking high school career. The team competes next on November 1st at 3:30 p.m. at Telegoli Shores in North Park.
On the boys' side, boys football is now standing 6-2 with strong wins against Francis Parker and Country Day. Both of the losses came in the first 3 games, meaning they are on a 5-game winning streak. Come out to support your fellow Knights on November 2nd against Santa Fe Christian. Boys water polo is also getting stronger after a tough start to the year. The team is young and still finding their place following the loss of 2 powerful seniors last year. They soon start their CIF campaign and will hope to do one better than last year by winning the title.
We hope you come out and support your fellow Knights.
Go Knights! On Friday, October 18th, the annual fall play, which this year is Marian or the True Tale of Robin Hood, had their opening night. And last Friday, after 3 sellout performances, they had their final show. Here is sophomore Adam Fang and junior Noan Chung backstage with the story.
Hello, this is Noan Chang from the Tonight Show. Currently, I am in front of the Taylor Performing Arts Center, where actors and crew members are busy at work, preparing for their second rendition of Marian or the True Tale of Robin Hood. Marian is a gender-bending, patriarchy-smashing, and hilarious twist on the classic tale. Let's hear some more from the cast and crew members.
One of the things that I thought was really interesting with this play is that it's engaging with ideas about gender in ways that I think are interesting and thought-provoking. And through the course of the play, you find out that more and more of the merry men are not men at all.
The play has all sorts of themes about gender, about equality, and in the face of extreme danger, and there's plenty of action and sword fighting. It was a really fun piece to work on.
One of the first things that I have to do when I'm working with a play is think about what the artistic vision is going to be, kind of broadly speaking. So what kind of style are we working in? What kind of things do the actors need to know in order to really understand what's going on in the text?
I play Will Scarlett, who is a character in the original Robin Hood stories. And it's been fun to sort of research who the character has been in other stories. And this play has done some fun things with it.
We asked them what their favorite part of the play was.
I've really enjoyed doing some of the stage combat stuff. I get to use a lot of different weapons in the show. I use a rapier, I use an axe, Yeah, I use a quarterstaff. It's a lot of fun.
I think the fight choreography is super interesting in Marian. We had a professional fight choreographer come to the rehearsals and organize the fight scenes. We use foils, we use swords, we use axes, quarterstaffs, all sorts of cool weapons. And that was a really fun scene to work on because it's all this chaos kind of coming together. The audience doesn't know what happens, and it really just goes with the play really well.
It provides a lot of space to be creative in the storytelling. And so we're using a lot of different tools. The text is not operating from a place of what we would think of as realism or naturalism. So the characters are their characters. Our actors are not playing real people in real life situations. They're all these sort of like larger than life kind of comic characters. And so coaching the actors through getting as big and theatrical as they can be has also been really fun.
Since this is a comedy, all the parts of the play have to be acted really big in order for the audience to get the jokes. And that part was really difficult because I tend to be a little more reserved and like emotional in my acting rather than like big gestures that make people laugh. So it was interesting to work on a process that emphasized like big gestures, big characters.
This was Noan Cheng and Adam Feng from The Tonight Show. Back to you, Summer and Ben.
Thank you, Adam and Noan, for that great coverage. It is always great to understand the incredible effort and work that goes into a play.
A little over a month ago, Bishops had their annual club fair. Since then, multiple new clubs have gained followings, done really cool activities, and started to make their impact on campus.
In this episode, we profile Knitting Club and Badminton Club. Here is freshmen Elaine Wong, Maggie Howe, Jennifer Yang, Abigail Guo with the story.
Hello, my name is Maggie, and in this section of episode 3, we'll be covering a variety of clubs that have surfaced at Bishops this year. Clubs play a big part in student social lives, and they are created by students, for students, and centered around a particular topic, such as chess or gardening. Today, we'll be investigating 2 new clubs, the Badminton Club, which focuses around playing badminton, and the Knitting Club, which centers around the art of knitting. First, we'll be investigating the Badminton Club.
How do you get the idea to establish this club?
I decided to establish this club to allow students to have an opportunity to play a sport that currently isn't offered on campus. Yes, it is part of middle school PE, but we only do that for like 1 or 2 weeks. And I know a lot of students who really like to play badminton, especially in my grade, including me. And so I decided to start this club with a fellow grade mate, Edward, to like help even the workload. And then I was able to do it. So if you really have like passion and you really want to start a club, just do it.
Finally, we'll be investigating the Knitting Club.
The main objective is kind of just trying to teach people how to knit.
During the meeting?
Yeah, during the meetings, and we're teaching them how to knit so they can eventually knit blankets for NICU babies. What does the NICU stand for again?
So it's for babies who are premature and they just need like just more attention than a regular like area in the hospital would give you. And NICU stands for Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. And so these blankets, we're just trying to provide like warmth because it's definitely scary if you're a baby to be in this like area. So, yeah.
This is Maggie reporting for the Tonight Show. Anchors, back to you.
Thank you, Elaine, Maggie, Jennifer, Abigail, for that great coverage. It is always fun to see new clubs on campus. We urge you all to check them out for yourself.
Now it's time for Campus Corner, where we provide all the brief updates on events and clubs on campus. Today, Tonight Show field reporter Nirvana Shiwmangal highlights a few upcoming events.
Thanks, Summer and Ben, and now for this week's event. So on November 6th is the Diwali celebration. Make sure to check out the after-school event for the dinner. It's really fun. Shout out to Sappy. And then on November 8th is the all-school chapel for Veterans Day. Make sure to wear your dress uniform. Also on November 8th is the jazz concert, so go check that out. And finally, November 11th is Veterans Day, and we also have that day off, so enjoy. Back to you, Summer and Ben.
Thank you, Nirvana, for the updates. Well, for our last story of the episode, Feilian Zhang, Jonathan Huang, and Edward Bayek highlight the distinct differences in usage, people, and culture in all three levels of the library.
The library is a place where students can go do work, hang out, or even have classes. During the day, the three-story library is full of a variety of students doing a variety of things. We interviewed a few students from each floor of the library to see what's truly happening inside the library.
I'm Luke Ermer. I'm in 10th grade.
I'm Lainey Jeffrey, and I'm a senior.
My name is Benny Chen, and I'm in 8th grade.
First, we ask students when they go to the library.
I usually here in period 2 and 6 during my free periods, and every now and then I'll come in during period X.
During my free periods to study or just after school.
Free periods and during period X.
We also discovered students spend most of their time in the library doing homework.
I usually work on homework in the library.
To usually just do my homework.
I try to get as much homework done as I can so I can have the rest of my night to relax, but that normally doesn't happen when you get to senior year. But I also work on my college apps and stuff right now in the library.
Then we asked students what their favorite floor was and why.
I like the silent study because I like to work in a focused environment, and I think the silent study is good for that.
Well, I usually go to the middle floor because I feel like it's a perfect balance of you can talk to your friends, but you can also study.
The bottom floor because that's where usually my friends are.
Finally, we asked our interviewees for a message to the others that go to the library.
Just keep working and yeah, just keep working.
It's don't be too loud or you could be disrupting others.
I'm Feilian, along with Jonathan and Edward, reporting for The Tonight Show. Back to you, anchors.
Thanks so much for that story. I love getting to know all three levels better, but I think I will stick with silent study.
Well, Bishop, that's all we have for this episode.
And keep updated for our next news broadcast by looking for our link in the Bulletin Tower newsletter and our YouTube channel every 2 weeks. Additionally, if you ever have any news or highlights you feel we should cover, are interested in joining the team, or want to give feedback on our episodes, please email Summer, me, or the tower@bishops.com. I'm Ben Brown.
I'm Summer Who, and this is The Tonight Show. We are your two knights.
Sign off.